So I think most people have at the very least heard of flying fish and are aware that they are a thing that exists, but I think that's pretty much the extent of most people's knowledge about flying fish, is just kind of that they're a thing. So let's talk about them a little bit. So there's actually a bunch of different types of flying fish. They're all within the same genus, but there's a bunch of different species, over 60 species actually. And they really do fly. Not in a literal sense, they're not flapping and taking off, but they are doing very, very good gliding, which can basically be described as flight, even though it's not technically traditional flight. So pretty much the main hypothesis as to why these fish evolved to be able to take flight is to escape marine predators such as the mahi-mahi shown in the video here. Now, they really do be flying. The record as thus far that we know of the longest flight is 45 seconds. Most fish average out about 42 seconds, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but really is impressive for just a fish launching itself out of the water. Now, it can sustain this flight due to the very large and rigid pectoral fins that kind of extend out as soon as they get out of the water. When they're in the water, they don't want the wings to be fully extended because that increases drag quite a bit. So while the fish are underwater, they tend to have their big long fins folded in as far as they can go to more streamline the shape, but when they launch themselves up out of the water, they extend these pectoral fins to act as wings, which are basically more like gliders anyway, that basically act similar to a paraglider or a kite to allow them to just glide for a while. Then when they want to go back into the water or when they start to lose power, they fold the wings in again and kind of drop into the surface of the water, where they can then push themselves up out of the water to take flight again. Forgot there was going to be a fire drill today. It's all good, just a drill, just a testing of the fire alarms in my apartment. Anyways, they can jump out of the water again to escape predators. Now, this works very well to avoid marine predators like mahi-mahi or other large fish that want to make a snack out of these guys. However, this does expose them to risk of predation by birds, such as the magnificent frigate bird, which I've talked about before. When they jump out of the water, it is very easy for a bird just to swoop in and snatch these guys up. So it's kind of a give-take situation, which predator is more immediately pressing. So yes, a very interesting fish, and while they don't technically fly, I think the term flying fish is still pretty accurate in its description.